Hi and welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to show you how I created my daughter's white undershirt and chainmail for her Link costume. As always, I start off by making my own pattern using saran wrap and masking tape, and I put that on my dress form. Then I go ahead and I draw the pattern on the masking tape and cut it out along the seams. Since this costume contains 3 shirts, I made one half for the tunics, the green one and the chainmail, and the other half for the white high collar undershirt. Once the pattern is cut off my dress form, I go ahead and make a mock-up using any fabric I have left over from other projects. For the length of these shirts, I did use an old school shirt of my daughter's that she doesn't wear anymore. And once those pieces are cut out, I go ahead and connect them together by the shoulder and the side seams. And for the white shirt, I did attach the collar to make sure everything will fit. And here's the mock-up for the white undershirt. Now it's time to do the real white undershirt. And I do apologize for the video quality. My camera was having an issue this day. I do the same thing I did with the mock-up. I cut out the white fabric, the back, the front, and the sleeves and the collar. The front consists of 2 pieces because there is a V in the front of the shirt. Also, it will allow her to get her head through the shirt. And I did not line this shirt with anything because she was going to have several layers on anyways. The collar, however, is doubled. It does have a piece of interfacing to keep it stiff. And again, I'm sorry, I'm out of frame here, but here I'm just cutting out a simple sleeve. Now it's time to put the shirt together. I start off by sewing the shoulder seams together, and then I add the collar. Then I attach the side seams together and I put the sleeves in. The hem for the shirt and for the sleeves, I did use some bias tape to hide those raw edges. I also did that with the V in the front of the shirt, and I did add grommets to that with a string. For some reason, I did not bother to hit record on my camera for these items. Here I just sewed the collar together. Now I'm clipping the corners and I'm clipping into the seam allowance for the curve, and I will be flipping it right side out, and I do top stitch this as well. Here I'm just getting ready to stitch the main part of the shirt together. Here I'm just sewing up the bottom seam to the sleeve, and then I will attach it to the shirt. With the grommets on the shirt, I did use my grommet press, which I've shown many times before. I put 3 grommets on each side of the V in the front of the shirt, and then I took some yarn and I covered those grommets with the white yarn. Now it's time for the chainmail. I did not really want to put any more bulk onto my daughter since she's small anyways, and this is 3 layers. I found this brownish gold netting at Walmart in their $2 pre-cut section, and I thought it would work perfectly. To cut out this shirt, I did the same thing like I did with the white shirt. I used the pattern I created, except for this time I gave it a square neckline instead of the high collar. Throughout this entire costume, I'm using my mock-up to make sure everything is cut accordingly. For the gold chainmail shirt, I did want it thicker, so I did double this up because the one layer was not thick enough. And now it's time to put it together. I did the same thing like I did with the white shirt where I attached it by the shoulders. I attached the sleeves to it before I did the side seams. It just seemed like it made it easier. And since this is double layered, I did it to both layers. Once the sleeves and the side seams were done up on both each layer, I went ahead and attached both layers together at the neckline. And I did top stitch the neckline. To close up the sleeves and the hem, I went ahead and just folded each item in on itself and then top stitched that. And this is the finished shirt before painting. I went ahead and used my airbrush to give it some definition with some black and some gold paint. And then my airbrush stopped working with the gold, so I went in with a brush and a sponge. And that's it for this week. Next part, it will be the tunic, the hat, and the pants. And I will see you later. Bye.